What's up, guys? It's Beat Up 44 back. We're going to break down this awesome Final Four matchup we got between the two one seeds in Villanova and Kansas. We just seen the Kansas versus Duke game today. Absolutely classic. A thriller. It took overtime to settle it. Malik Newman, 32 points. The Mississippi State transfer was unbelievable. Dude hit some big shots. But, man, this Nova Kansas matchup, look at the guards. And we got Brunson going up against Graham, two Player of the Year candidates. Miles Bridges, Speed Luke. We got Malik Newman, Dante DiVincenzo, the sixth man. The big ragu, as Gus Johnson likes to call him, for Villanova. And then we got the two big men from Nova and Pascal and Spellman. Versatile guys who can knock it down on the perimeter. And then for Kansas, Udoka Azubuike down low. Silvio De Sousa. And a guy that comes off the bench for them who gives good minutes, Mitch Lightfoot. But, man, let's take a look at the guard matchup here. Jalen Brunson, Devontae Graham. Does it get any better than that? These two quarterbacks for these two ball clubs. Like I said, Player of the Year candidates. But a matchup I really want to look at is the matchups of the bigs in this game. Kansas starts, they usually go four guards. They usually go Graham, Luke, Newman, and Vic. Vic's kind of their hybrid kind of guy. But they did have Speed Luke guard Bagley in the Duke game, which, Bagley only ended up with 16 and 10. Duke really didn't take advantage of the matchup, but Kansas really did double the bigs good throughout that game. But I love the Villanova bigs in this matchup. I think they try to get Udoka Azubuike on the perimeter, guarding the pick and roll action. He really struggled against that against Duke. So these Villanova bigs, they thrive on the perimeter. They're really good inside and out and very capable of knocking down the three ball and knocking it down at a high rate. So Udoka on the perimeter, that could be a big advantage for Villanova in this game, getting him out there and getting him into foul trouble and really creating mismatches and switches on the perimeter, which is something Villanova is very good at. They're so efficient in the half court. The ball movement is probably the best that you'll see in the country. But both these teams are so good at moving the ball, veteran guys that have played together for a while now, so they really execute in the half court. And as for defense, I'd like to give the advantage to Nova here. I think a big matchup in this game you're going to see is Phil Booth locked up on Malik Newman on the perimeter on the defensive end for Villanova. And Phil Booth is not the best athlete, but this dude is tough. He's a physical guy, and I think he's going to give Malik Newman a lot of trouble on the perimeter with his toughness. Or you could also see Bridges on him too, because Bridges can throw some length at Newman. But you can't really afford Luke, a dude who can get just as hot. So it'll be interesting to see who they match up there. But I really look for Phil Booth to guard Newman. And also when Dante DiVincenzo comes in the game, they can also put him on him because he is so versatile. DiVincenzo, guy who can knock him down from the outside, a guy who makes a ton of little plays for this team, offensive rebounding, brings that physical toughness off the bench and kind of that spark. But, man, this Nova team just has so many pieces. I think they're so versatile on the perimeter. If they get hot in this game, it could be an uphill climb for Kansas. But you got to respect Kansas. They've been doubted this whole tournament, and here they are in the Final Four. They beat a Duke team. Not a lot of people were giving them a chance. But the spread in Vegas has opened up at 5.5. I kind of figured it would be more around the 3.5 to 4 point range. Kind of surprised to see it open up in favor of Nova like that. But Nova is such an efficient team. They just ran through the Big 12 to get to this point. They beat West Virginia in the Sweet 16. West Virginia led that game late. But Nova kind of struggled against that full court press in them. But they settled down, stopped turning it over, and just started knocking down threes at a high rate. And then they kind of got in a battle. Texas Tech I feel like they kind of won the style of that game. They scrubbed it up enough. But Villanova, it seemed like they thrived in that, and they handled the game throughout, kind of playing at Tech style and kind of tempo. So this is a really versatile Nova team on offense. The dynamic of the bigs being able to stretch the floor makes them so hard to guard, and that opens up the lane for their guards to get in and make plays and create for other guys. But Kansas, I really think Nova is going to come out and try to get in them and turn them into a driving basketball team. Kansas really good off the bounce, but jump shots and perimeter shooting has been has been something they've leaned on in this game. But it's going to be interesting to see how they match up on the bigs, starting the 4 guards, who they're going to try to put, who they'll put on Pascal and Spellman, because Udoka Azubuike could be at kind of a disadvantage guarding one of those 2 bigs on the perimeter. So it's going to be interesting to see if they put Speed Mikhailuk on Pascal or Spellman, or go Vic on one of them and put Mikhailuk on Bridges. So a lot of different kind of dynamics that Bill Self can do on defense. But they're going to have to be locked in, and they're going to have a good plan to slow down this well-oiled half-court machine that is Villanova basketball and Jalen Brunson and his crew. But I really feel like Nova has a chance to get to 90 in this game. This is a Kansas defense that's been exploited on the defensive end. And like I said, Nova being so efficient, it could really cause Kansas a lot of breakdowns in the half court. But I look for Nova to get around anywhere between 80 to 90 in this game. I look for them to come out and grab the lead and kind of make Kansas chase throughout this ball game. But I think Kansas battles throughout and they make it a game late. But I think the Nova guards, and I think they get the little plays done. This team just they're such a good offensive rebounding team. They do the little things late to get the wins. It looked like you got life, but man, they just make so many little plays that make a difference late. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Nova in this one. I'm gonna go 89-79 in favor of Villanova. Sorry to all you Kansas fans out there. I mean, I was backing you in the Duke game. I love the way y'all matched up against that 2-3 zone, but I think this is a Villanova team right now that is operating at a high clip on both ends of the ball. They're so efficient. But I know a lot of people have been doubting Kansas, but here they are in the Final Four. I'm not hating on them. I think they're going to show up and play a good game, but I just think Villanova is going to be just too much in the end with the guard play. And I think they really, like I said, the big men create a big matchup problem in the half court. So 89-79, Villanova is my pick here. I am going to be doing a breakdown on the Loyola Chicago-Michigan game. Probably going to try to post that tomorrow night. But yeah, hopefully this game is as good as what we've seen in the Duke-Kansas game. That was just phenomenal. I look for this game to be the same kind of way. A lot of emotions. The crowd's going to be hyped. San Antonio, the Alamo's going to be rocking. So can't wait for the Final Four to get underway. Can't wait to watch this basketball game. Hope all you Kansas fans, Villanova fans enjoyed this breakdown. Stay tuned for my Loyola Michigan one. And thanks for watching.